In this video, I'm gonna show you how to control a lane of traffic. So again, I'll open this guy up. At this point, you probably already have like the frog moving around, but I'm gonna pretend I have nothing. I erased all my code, so I have nothing, right? Okay, I'm gonna take my frog and I'm just gonna move it down here for a second. Okay, so I'm gonna use image boxes. So I have an image and I'm gonna put whatever in there. I'm gonna name it something meaningful. I'll name it lane one, car one. I don't care. Lane one. Yeah, doesn't really matter, right? So I go in there and I'm gonna put a picture in there. Picture, and I want this row of traffic going right. So I'm gonna go in there to my Frogger and I'm gonna see what goes right. I have a car that goes right. Very good. Bam. So I have my car right here, right? Bam, lane one. So now, if you remember from yesterday, I can move a timer in. Bam. And the interval, I got to set to something. I'm going to do my interval at 0 so you can see why it doesn't move when it goes wrong. So check it out. So I'm going to go to this guy, click on it. My timer code comes on. My car was called, if I go in, it's called lane one. So I go in and I go, I'm going to name it something. I'm going to name it car so you can see a common mistake. Car dot left equals car dot left plus 50. I'm going to try to move it, right? Okay, so first of all, nothing is happening. Okay, when nothing is happening, my interval is probably 0. So I'm going to set my interval to maybe 100, 10 times a second. So I go in now, bam, object required. So very, very common error, debug. So basically, I don't have anything on my form called car, is what it's trying to tell me. So if I go into my form, my car is called lane one. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to change. So I have two options. I can go in on this guy and I can change it to car right here. So the name matches. The name just going to match between my form and my code. Or I can go to my code and I can name it lane one. Lane one. So if I play it now my car is moving. Okay, if you wanted to go faster, you have a couple of different options. Okay, one option, I can make it a bigger number right here. So see, now it goes already faster. Or I can go in, set this back to 50. I can go in to my timer and I can change the interval to a smaller number. So either one of them will work. Okay, so now at some point, I want to reset my car. So when I get to the edge of the picture, I want to reset my farm. So I move my car out this way, right? Bam. Let's say I want to reset it right here. I click on it and hold my mouse down so I can see that I have two coordinates, 9240 and 3120. So the first one is my left horizontal coordinate is 9240. My top coordinate of vertical is 3120. So I want to reset it at maybe 9500. So I go back. Remember, 0 is this line for left. 0 dot top is this line. So now I can go into my code and I can go if lane 1 dot left greater than, because it becomes bigger. Let's go 9500. Then where do I want to put it? Let's put it back at 0. Lane 1 dot left equal 0. And if. So basically, as my car moves, if the coordinate becomes more than 9500, I set it back to 0. Don't ever use equal signs right here because I'm moving 50 pixels at a time. The chance of landing on that exact pixel is, 1/50th. So let's go out. Ooh, I should have sped it up so you can see. Moving there very, very fast. It's very exciting. So it gets out there and it appears here. If you notice, the whole thing appeared it just appeared right here on the side. So maybe I want to set it back a little bit. Maybe I'll set it my 500 off the form to the left. Okay. I'm gonna go and just to show you guys, I'm gonna speed this guy up, 300. So now I have a continually moving track of the cars to go around. Bam. So now I'm moving one car around. If I wanted to go the other way, right? I would go minus, would go the other way. Bam. And then instead of being 9,500, now it's going to go this way. It's going to go in reverse. And if it's less than zero, I want to set it out to, let's say, 9,500. So if I go the other way, I would go less than zero, and then I would set it to, let's say, 9,500. So now it's going to go in reverse, and it's going to go that way. So I can do either way. I can go plus, minus, whatever you want. So I'm going to go plus again. Bam. And I'm going to go greater than 9,500. And I'm going to go minus 500. Okay, so that's one. Now I want to make a whole bunch of traffic, right? Because it's Frog, I'm going to have a lane of traffic. So I move some other boxes in there. So here's another box. I'm going to call this guy lane 1. Same name as this guy. And see what happens when I hit the enter bar. It says, whoa, I already have a control named lane 1. It's trying to tell me I already have something on my form, okay, lane 1. Do you want to create an array? An array is basically a list. Any other language but Python calls it a list. So yes. Yeah. So check it out. Now instead of being lane 1, this guy is lane 1 parenthesis 0. This guy is lane 1 parenthesis 1. Okay, let's put a picture in there. So I'll go to my lane 1 picture. I'll choose a picture that I want. Maybe we want a spaceship right here. Bam. I'll put another lane 1 in there. Bam. I'll name this guy lane 1. And as soon as I do this, see, this guy became lane 1 parenthesis 2, 0, 1, 2. I'm going to put a picture in there. Bam. And what should we have? So it has to be, maybe a meteorite going this way. Very good. And I'll put 2 more in. So I'll name this guy lane 1. So lane 1, 3. I'll put a picture in there. Anything that's going to, not my frog, spaceship, my luck, a tank, why not? Bam. Whoa. Let's make that tank smaller. Whoa. Oh, good. Okay, so check it out. See, as I made that tank smaller, it erased it. We have a stretch property right here. I can set to true. And the stretch property will basically say, does the box stretch to the picture, or does the picture stretch to the box? Yeah. So now I have a tank. Put one more thing in. Bam. I'm going to name it lane 1. Lane 1, 4. I'm going to put a picture in there. This beautiful truck. Bam. So now I have 4 different things, or 5 different things, lane 1, 4. So if I run it now, bam, compiler and method of data number not found, lane 1 dot left. And it's because I don't have anything called lane 1, right? I have lane 1, 0. So if I go in now, lane 1, 0, copy this guy, control copy, paste, paste, paste. So now I go in, I'm moving that number 0 car, right? If I go in and change this guy to, let's say, 2, I'm moving number 2, which is my asteroid right there. Okay, so I want to move all of them. So we use a loop. So I go in for whatever variable I equals 0 to however many I have. I have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I go in, I go 0 to 4, for I equals 0 to 4. Next. Take all this guy and tab in. Yeah. So basically, I'm going to run this guy in. I is going to go 0 to 4. I, I. Now if I go and run it, bam, now my whole lane of traffic is running. Yeah. So in your Frogger, you need at least two lanes of traffic and at least two lanes of logs that he can like walk across later on. Let's make it three lanes of traffic. Yeah, three lanes of traffic and two lanes of logs. Okay, use just one timer. So basically, what I would do, I would just have another loop. Bam, him for lane two. So I have another lane, and probably you would want that to go backwards, right? So these guys would be lane two, 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 two. I would want the other one to go the other direction. So I'd have minus, I would have less than zero. And then wherever I want to put it out there, let's say 9,500. So have all of them in the same timer. If you wanted to go different speeds, let's say that I had 200 here. Now this is a fast lane, that's a slow lane. So you're gonna have different lanes. Yeah. Now every time I do it, I'm gonna go save Frogger1 as Stemma Frogger1. Now change that name, Frogger2 or Frogger3, whatever. So whenever I make a change that works, I just keep saving it as the next kind of iteration of that. So I have different versions that I know work. So that's a little bit about how we go in.